Hi, everyone. Hi, welcome. I hope everyone is having a... There we go, that's probably better. I hope everyone's having a fantastic day, because I am feeling a lot better than I was feeling for the past few weeks. Also, hi, Burner. Hi, welcome. So, basically, if you aren't aware of the news, also, hi, Fernand. Hi, welcome. Anyways, if you weren't aware of the news, I was sick for the past couple weeks, and now I'm feeling better, which is, I think, is just great. Also, hi, But yeah, sick, that wasn't fun. That wasn't really very fun at all. Because, like, seriously, I had a massive cough. My nose was all stuffed up. I was anxious over whether I was having, like, a really, really bad thing, basically. I didn't really like very much things. Okay. Also, excuse me for a second. Regardless, I hope that everyone did enjoy or have a good couple of weeks. It was fun. Well, at least it was fun for me. Sorry about that, just needed to get away that message. But regardless, I am having quite the good day. Like, quite good day. I still need to do the moderator thing though. Which, like, yeah, I should do that soon. But hey, I'm sure it's all gonna be good. All gonna be just great. Yes, I should. It's okay. Yeah. Had a NYC this weekend and that was fun. Nice. I remember that being talked about. And I mean, NYC is pretty cool from what I've heard. Like, it's just generally a pretty great place. Pretty great, what's it called? Not place. A pretty great convention. It also has a bunch of Vtuber stuff, you know? Like, supposedly there was a bunch of Hololive stuff there, which also makes sense because that was also the day where the Hololive concert was, which was very nice. I hope that concert was just fun, at least. At the absolute least. Because I've heard it was very fun and very nice. Like, seriously. I've heard people had a lot of fun and the community was all just, like, generally pretty great there. Although, I just hope the community, nothing really, like, super bad or anything happened there, but I am willing to bet almost nothing did. Or, like, nothing at all did really. Because seriously, it was VTuber community stuff. And generally, from what I know, the VTuber community tends to be, let's just say, a bit less toxic than it used to be. At least because there are more people in it than there used to be a few years ago. And a few years ago, it wasn't great. There's a pup staring at me. Oh, puppy. I like puppies. They are incredibly adorable and fantastic. I love them. I love my puppies, and I love many other puppies. Puppies are simply great and fantastic. But also, speaking of pet animals, I also got to see a cat for one of the first times. Well, not for the first time. I've seen cats before, but I got to, pat a cat for one of the first times. Because there's a neighbor who moved in with a cat super recently. They're a rescue cat, and they're an outside cat, which, I won't say anything on that, at least. But I went up to the cat. My younger sibling said, "Hey, there's a cat outside." And I was like, "Oh, cat. I need to go pat the cat." So I went up to the cat. It's like sitting right next to the driveway, and basically the cat is just having a whole bunch of fun times. They're just rubbing his face into the grass, rolling around, all sorts of stuff like that. And then I go up to the cat like, hey, don't worry, I'm not going to be mean to you. And so the cat is like, the cat just keeps rubbing, and then I come up to the cat and I held my hand out, my knuckles out to the cat's head, and the cat comes up and bumps its head on my knuckles and lets me, pet it, which was extremely adorable. Seriously. It was incredibly adorable. I loved that cat, even though I only knew it for a little bit. Well, I guess I love that cat more than anything, but I don't really know the cat, I guess. But it was a very cute cat. A super cute, adorable kitty who deserves some pets and pats and love. A lot of kitties deserve pets and pats and love. Also, hi Hiker, Julio Godoy. Hi Hiker. Welcome to the stream. We are just talking about what has happened in the past couple of weeks. Also, other stuff. So, yeah, moderator stuff. That was already mentioned. There is also the stuff about... yeah, right. My donathon, which is unfortunately going to be postponed for a little bit while I recover from the last vestiges of this cold. It's nothing too bad. I just really kind of have a bit of a sore throat and, I'm coughing a lot. But it is still frustrating enough that I would probably prefer if it all healed up before I did that. If that's understandable. Hopefully it's understandable. Because I really wanna do it. I really, really, seriously want to do this. Like, seriously. Like, honestly, it's probably not a big surprise. I'm a bit embarrassed about how much I want to do it. But hey, it'll be fine. It'll probably be, like, only a day or two, though. Like, only a day. Maybe 2. But it will be a almost non-stop, or maybe it'll be more than a day or 2. I still need to figure out the basics because I got sick the week I was going to do it, which is frustrating, annoying, and I do not like that. I do not like getting frustrated and annoyed because seriously, why did it happen that week? I guess it's not that bad though, because I don't think I was prepared at all for it. Like, seriously. I could have had a lot worse of a time if I decided to just, like, go in and then, oh, hey, I am doing this plan without having planned things out very much. What do you mean you need to plan things out if you want to do a donathon? What do you mean you have to have a schedule and stuff? And stretch goals and everything? Oh. Oh, that's what you mean. Anyways, that's how I probably would have felt if I had streamed that week, with an addition of being, like, all sleepy and tired, and also all sick and coughing and blowing my nose a bunch. I still need to blow my nose a bunch now, but that's not necessarily abnormal because I blow my nose a bunch. And I think it is important to blow your nose because getting the debris out is good. You should probably not get the debris out other ways, though. So, nose blowing, yes. Other ways, not so much. Anyways, Master Joel. If everyone is ready, I am quite excited to do some grinding, because I have already done some grinding, and I've gotten up to the platinum rank, which probably isn't the greatest, but, you know, means I have less to go until I reach diamond. And all the other ranks. And by and/or, I mean, like, until I reach master and the ranking rank. I think you only get, I'm pretty sure you only get reduced down by 1 rank at the end of each season. But I only ground up to platinum last time. So, this time, it is time for more grinding, and this time properly up to the this time up to the master rank, at least. Also, hi Ko, Shark Rider 2187. Hi Ko. Welcome. If that's what you would prefer. Anyways, boop, 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 boop. Down, down, down. I should probably move, scooch over a bit. Boop, boop, and boop. I can call you Elliot? Gotcha. Anyways, it is to do some grinding with Yubel, the greatest deck of all time. Also, actually not the greatest deck of all time. The greatest deck of all time is still and always shall be Ishizu T-Elements. I mean, like, obviously Ishizu T-Elements is the best deck of all time. It's like really, 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 really good. Oh, nice! I got a Barrier of the Voiceless Voice. I also got some packs yesterday, but I didn't get any Voiceless Voice stuff. It was fun, but it was like, alright, you know? But anyways, I am right now Platinum 4, which means 3 wins until Platinum Tier 3. Not too long for me. Toya, with the Blue Eyes, Chaos Max Dragon mate, and the Stinful Spoils of Subversion Snake Eye avatar. Interesting. Also, new update to Master Duel, where they let you listen to the song of your game thing. Da 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 da. The song of your duel field specifically. Oh, that is certainly a choice. I suppose the best option shall ping to Phantom of Yubel and pass. Phantom Veiler should be more than enough to defeat my opponent's current board, or at least an opening board of my opponent. I suppose, at the very least. Ah, Nightmare Throne. I see it is another Yubel deck. Humming to the music is too cute. Oh, thank you, Banner. Thank you. Okay. So, this seems like it's going for the gruesome grave squirm thing, which is the Lotus effect, which means I can Phantom here, change the effect into destroying a Spirit of Yubel, summon from deck my own Yubel, and then I can Veiler whatever it is they use to extend. I presume this is going to result in a Link summon, or a Synchro summon at least. Ah, a Chaos Angel. Unfortunately for you, it is not a light Chaos Angel. So that means the effect Veiler shall negate it. You have an extra... You opened pretty well, I think. You learn sharks like death metal. Oh, that's a pretty cool and interesting fact. I mean, the most they can do here is... Beep, boop, 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 boop. I suppose I shall wait to see if they are a good player or not. If they are, then I mean like... Oh my goodness. I am so sorry. I'm so incredibly sorry for what I am about to do to you, because this is about to happen right here, right now. This prevents Maxine from even being thought of activating. Glad to see more Yubel, almost as cool as Pearly. Indeed, Yubel is almost as cool as Pearly. It is a fantastic deck, and I love it. Is 11:26 p.m. drawing or sleepy time? I would say 11:26 p.m. is probably... depends on how old you are. But sleepy time is probably better for your health. Whoop-beow. Hang out with Zyko time? True! Anyway, it's time for the Grave Squirmer. Boop boop. Boop boop. Yubel. Boop boop. Boop boop. Boop. Pop pop pop. Summon from deck Terra Incarnate. Then at this point, I believe I can go into another Phantom. These two into Phantom here. Make Chaos Angel. I love this deck. It is fantastic at doing many things. So Chaos Angel here, my Chaos Angel shall banish the Nightmare Pain. And then I shall proceed to link summon into this Muckraker of the Underworld. I am genuinely curious about this, by the way. Is this not an actual Yubel deck? It's probably not an actual Yubel deck, just a deck that utilizes Yubel as some form of other thing. So, revive my Chaos Angel. Chaos Angel effect will banish their Chaos Angel. No, wait. Chaos Angel effect will banish their throne, obviously. Banishing the Chaos Angel is presumably a pretty bad idea. Anyways, I believe I have another Yubel in here. Yes. So that's enough to attack for game. Especially because the Nightmare Pain is gone from your board. So, 3,500. 3,500. And 3,500. There you go. See, that's what happens when a bad Yubel player plays against a good Yubel player, or at least when a player who's not actually playing Yubel and is just playing the Yubel cards as an engine. Although I assume they were a Yubel player since they used Gruesome Grave Squirmer. Let's take a look at the deck. Yes, it is literally a Yubel deck. Wow. Their extra deck looks pretty shit. Sorry. Like, seriously, this deck... I mean, sure, they might be a decent enough Yubel player, but their extra deck looks not very good. Blood Raven X3, nice. You have a migraine and you can't sleep? Oh, that's no good. You should try and relax at least. relaxation is one of the most important things. Mm. I know this is probably more important. Normal search. I already have an Ash Blossom, so I don't need to make Phantom so early. Phantom. Making Phantom early is one of the greatest things about Yubel that this deck can do. So, search Chaos Summoning Beast. Wonderful. I should probably go. No. Yeah, I go 1-for-1 discarding Yubel. If they had an Ash, there would have already been a prompt about it. And I guess that's easy enough. 2 more wins to Platinum 3. Another person with the Laundry Dragon Maid avatar, and by avatar I mean mate. I mean, it's pretty much the same thing as an avatar. Yubel, 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 Yubel. I like Yubel. Nyah, 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 Yubel. Oh, that's a really cool mate base, by the way. I like the mate base. Oh, this is frustrating. They probably have a maxi. At least I have Puri Ray's map. So, Puri Ray's map is the closest thing Yubel has to a searcher for the starter. Oh, they don't have any effects. That's a relief. So, let's go Nightmare Pain on the field. That is a Yubel monster or mentions Yubel. Special summoned. Okay, that makes more sense as to why it wasn't working before then. So, Yubel dies, grabbing the gruesome Grave Squirmer, summoning out from deck, of course, Yubel. Okay, that's certainly a choice. A little frustrating, but not much else I can do, I suppose. Like, I guess I could make a Chaos Angel. But it wouldn't be that good. Probably things too. Should you draw lewd, wholesome, or wholesome lewd, or anything else? Unique ideas? Well, wholesome is always nice. At the same time, lewd isn't something that's, like, that bad, I don't think, but I like wholesome drawings, personally. Boop, 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 boop. Interaction. Interesting. Also slightly frustrating, but at least I have Mature Chronicle. Small? Okay. Zombie World is frustrating, but I can deal with that. I can completely deal with that. Well, I know I don't control a fiend-type monster, though. So, the best thing to do is pop spirits, search for deloaders, effect to summon another Yubel. Sono Chino Sarame Joe. I like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It's pretty great. Also, hi, Hiker Muzan Jackson. Hi, Hiker. Welcome, welcome. Boop. That gives it the 4th counter, which means removal. Sono chino sadame Jojo. You must be a Stan user. I mean, I wish, but Stans are pretty cool. I actually genuinely really like the Stan thing. It's just great. Now, when this is complete, when you think about it, all VTubers are Stan users. True, actually. That is technically true. The best kind of true. Which is slightly different of technically correct. The best kind of correct. So, probably best to use these 2 Yubels to summon Phantom. But regardless. Got 3. I can't activate the effect of Terra Incarnate. That's very sad and unfortunate, but I can make a 3rd Phantom of Yubel. You know, this summon should not be 3 times per turn. Maybe that is a bit too strong for the game. You live your life on technicalities, like when someone says 5 more minutes. You actually time them and give them 5 more minutes? Yeah, that sounds about right. So, Spirit Pop. Effect summon from deck Yubel. All I need is something that's 2,500 attack points. Actually, I don't need anything. All I need to do is just go into Unchained Soul. Well, I guess I need to go into this. I still have Disengraved, so yeah, I can go into this. Do you feel like your lungs are about to explode? I think if you feel like that, you should probably call a doctor, not, like, tell me that. Oop. Ba-doop. But seriously, if your lungs actually do feel like they're about to explode, you really need to call a doctor or an ambulance. 2. Oh wait, that was... Right, that was why I was supposed to go Anguish, not this one. I mean, it's not quite game, but it's enough, you know? It's definitely enough. It feels too late for a doctor's visit or medical bills. maybe. Ah, Jacko Bolin. Sure, go ahead, activate your Jacko Bolin. See what that will do. 1500? Oh boy. I wonder what that will result in. A 9-star synchro summon, of 2 zombies. I'm pretty sure there's like a Felgrand that has 9 stars or something. Vampire Sucker. No effect. Targeting. I suppose this shall be an impermanent end to your thing. And by your thing I mean your field. And your life. Like, obviously your life. Okay. Let us continue. Dun, 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 dun. Revered Flower 5. Revered? I can't tell if that's a fate. I can't tell if that's an incorrect spelling of reversed or if it's actually like revered. Ah! The Great Piri Reis map. Now, of course, you clearly know how Great Piri Reis map is because it can search this little guy, Samsara the Lotus. I suppose I'll just try to actually play this properly. And no activations. Frustrating. But that's totally fine. Okay, a surrender means I am going up to Platinum 3. Let us continue. 8 win streak. Perfect 8 win streak. Pew, pew, pew. Ba 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 bang. Ba ba bang. Bang. All right. So the best way to do this is probably Nightmare Ping Pop Yubel. Yeah. Well, that's slightly frustrating, but I don't mind. It at least means my max C will almost certainly resolve during my opponent's turn. Dun, da, da, dun, dun. Anyways, you go ahead, opponent. You go ahead, opponent whose name is Tomon? Or is it Tomoshi? It's one of the two, I know. Looks like they are also on Yubel. Also, it looks like their reaction might make them think I have an Ash Blossom. No, that's fine. That is totally fine. Also, if they have another Ash Blossom... And that shall result in a Max C! With Phantom on the field, that means, of course, my Max C shall resolve as much as possible. Oh, nice and shiny Spirit of Yubel. Very shiny Spirit of Yubel. I like shiny stuff. Too excited for that Maxi there? I suppose. Also, I like her Desai-chan. I like her. I am waiting to see what my opponent shall decide to do. A very interesting choice, I would wager. I probably should have used Effect Veiler in that, by the way. You wanted to hear another Archfiend theme? Field theme? Or I might change fields up a little bit later. Because fields are very nice. I think I shall allow this to happen because I can Veiler then turn their Phantom of Yubel into a Phantom of Yubel for me instead. I presume they are about to go Link Summon? Are you really Link summoning Yama before going into Phantom of Yubel? Why would you do that? That's just straight up dumb. Like I got Veiler here. What are you gonna do now that I've Veilered your Yama? Your field will be noticeably worse now that I used Veiler on your Yama. You know what? Sure. Go ahead. Do that. Do all your special summoning that you like. It gives me extra draws. This is not one of the draws that I wanted. This is very much not one of the draws I wanted. Ah, an Ash Blossom. They're playing multiple? Excuse me. Are they on the Super Poly variant? Very interesting. So, this destroys. They have their Mature Chronicle up. Presumably it's searching for Super Poly. Are they really just not making Phantom? My opponent surrendered, huh? Are they just playing a significantly worse deck, or did they just realize, oh hey, they are playing Phantoms, but only 2. And they're also playing this. Interesting. 3 more wins now. Apparently, at least. Because 3 wins. Important. No access code? Yeah. Yeah, looks like. I always need to double check an opponent's deck to just make exactly sure what they're doing, because if they're doing something that's not exactly good... Also, this is technically combo if this... Like, you know... Technically combo if Fiendsmith is legal, but since Fiendsmith is not legal, it is not combo. Instead, this is just Unchained. Beep. Effect to search. Interesting. Very interesting. So, I think the way to do it is this special. I think they also have an Ash Blossom. So the best thing to do here is go into a Rage, set from deck Escape, or not Escape, Chamber, and then make a Phantom of Yubel. That should allow for enough follow-up that I am able to win next turn. You don't even know what Fiendsmith even does? Yeah, I guess that's fair enough. Fiendsmith is incredibly powerful, just to clarify. It is essentially an engine that makes every deck a billion more times consistent by using 2 cards to go into a full field. I mean, of course, this makes sense, I guess. Yeah, I'll allow that. I think ashing it is probably a better idea, but it's probably better to maxi here instead of ash. In response to the ash, I will Phantom of Yubel, of course. Because that prevents you from doing your thing. And it means I get a Yubel on my board. My maxi is now resolving, and everything is A-OK. Ah, I see there is a Samsara D Lotus. You know what? Sure. I'll let you give me a draw. Then I'll banish your Nightmare Pain. I love myself. Ah! Hi, Yubel. Hi, welcome, welcome. That makes sense, I believe. So at this point, boop, boopity boop. Presumably they don't have the thingy, but regardless. SP Little Knight just to be safe. An SP can tag out if you have something like Ghost Ogre or Veiler, or, well, I don't think an Imperm would work. But at least next turn I can do many other things. Although I am slightly frustrated that I drew into the Chaos Summoning Beast right after shuffling it back. Like, more than right after. Like, legitimately, with Max C, I shuffled this back. I drew into this. That is legitimately the first draw I got. That last bit sounding like something out of the Netherlands? Interesting. What are you going to do, my opponent, I wonder? Oh! Nightmare Throne doesn't work like that, I don't believe. They could have Super Poly, though. Ah yes, they do indeed seem to have Super Poly. Very interesting choice. Something that is also slightly frustrating, but at least this gets banished. You knew it? Yeah. It's not too surprising. Most players on Yubel at this point are not very good. Super Poly is especially not a very good card in Yubel. Interesting choice. Why are you still extending? I have Max C up. And as long as my life points are not 0, that means I shall be winning. Here comes the Phantom, of course. Probably link into a Yama. This one can be revived with this. That's interesting. As long as I haven't lost, I'll win. Indeed. As long as I have not lost, I shall win. Also, hi Hyco Fever. Hi Hyco. Ah, a Chaos Angel, of course. I mean, I suppose the best option here is to just go Yama. Either Yama or Rage. Yeah, I'll just go Yama. So I can add back to hand my Shavara. Which means I can play into many other things. Also, fun fact, did you know Yama can actually recycle your Unchained Link monsters? That is a fun fact that I do not have much experience with, but I do know it is indeed a fun fact. Now the thing is, they kind of don't have the ability to go Phantom unless they, like, you know, go really, really far. They can't revive Phantom because Phantom, unfortunately, cannot be revived by card effect. It's sad, but true. Phantom stays in the graveyard. Stays in the graveyard. I might as well Vela the Loving Defender forever. I don't want to get my Samsara. I don't want to get my Yama banished. And also, if you crash into it, now it does damage. So much Veilers too. Yeah, this is what happens when you play into Max C. This is why Max C is banned. It is why the bug is forbidden knowledge in the TCT. End phase, interesting choice. Draw into Dark Beckoning Beast. It seems like I do not need any additional cards. Normal summon my Dark Beckoning Beast, of course. What interaction do you have now? Is it a hand effect? I suppose a hand effect would make sense. You know what? I am going to cross out Designator Samsara D Lotus here. Mainly because I want to be very funny and watch you squirm. And I don't need Samsara D Lotus at all anyways. Regardless, I have this engraved so I can just simply activate search, normal summon, link, discard, revive. And you already know. Discard my D Lotus, revive my spirit. And with spirit's effect, of course, well, I shall set from deck Nightmare Pain. Activate, so... Link for Apo, just in case of any additional hand surprises. Yana, Shavara Pop, this I mean. And then Chainlink 1, Spirit Chainlink 2. Yana, I think? You sure have no idea what's going on? I guess that's fair enough. Hi, Heiko Skull, by the way. Hi, Heiko. Welcome. I am currently destroying an opponent who is playing Yubel in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game. With my own Yubel deck. Of course. Because Yubel is a very, very fun deck. But also, it's apparently very difficult. Like, extremely difficult. Difficult enough that most of these people apparently don't know how to play it. Because, like, they're playing stuff like Super Poly in the main deck. Why would you play Super Poly in the main deck of Yubel? It's just not good. It's just bad. It's just so easy to kill you if you leave a Chaos Angel on the field and don't use it to OTK as well. Also, hi Heiko Impoldio. Hi Heiko. But yeah, I'm just winning here. 1. You know what? I think I shall Appaloosa that, just in case. Super Poly used against another Yubel to make their own fusion Yubel, I guess. I suppose. But it is actually just quite bad. Like, seriously. It is significantly worse than you would imagine using Super Poly in it, because if you draw Super Poly, that means you don't draw a better card than Super Poly. And while Super Poly seems to be a strong card, it's not actually really that good of a card. It's like way up there in, unfortunately, cards that are too bad for their own good in decks that seem like they're good, but, you know, you just need Eternal Favorite to summon her. That is also true, but Eternal Favorite is also not particularly good. Ah, I have a Piri-Raise map. Now this shall allow me to make my end board even better. And at least I have Ash Blossom and Joyous Ring to prevent my opponent from going... Excuse me. It looks like this person has paid a lot of money. Not particularly for the Ash Blossom, but for their own maxi. Not particularly for the maxi, but I mean, but for the Ash Blossom. You would Super Poly into Triforvertum in this meta? Interesting choice. Interesting choice. You've never played Yu-Gi-Oh before, but her voice is nice, so it's fine. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Squall. But yeah. The thing about Super Poly is Super Poly would be better if Phantom of Yubel could be used as synchro material, which it cannot. And by synchro material, I mean fusion material, which it definitely cannot. Like, seriously. People seem to tend to forget that in the best of days. Boop. Boop. And summoning sickness. Da 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 da. Now let's go Yubel Terra Incarnate, link into 2. At this point I think it's Yama, right? No, it's probably going Phantom first. 1, 2... Yeah, Phantom first, Yama second. Yama grabs Shavara. Because that way, it gets a lot more extension. The perfect amount of extension. Yubel extension. You're gonna invest in the next pack? Interesting. I haven't actually looked into it. What does the next pack have? Does it have Your Plant Starving? Oh, does that mean it has the aroma stuff? Interesting. That is really cool, I think. Aramage and Ragnaraka. Yeah, that is definitely really cool then. So, at this point, you clearly go Soul of Rage. The issue is there's no other monster to summon from Cross Sheep, so... You know, you need the Ragnaraka for your Predaplant deck. That makes sense. Ragnaraka is particularly good with Predaplant. I mean, I suppose I can do this and then go into an Appaloosa. Yeah, it's a little frustrating, but I have Nightmare Pain, so that's more than enough that I need. Okay. And then I can link for something else, but that would be a bad idea and I would probably lose, so I shall not do that and instead sit on my Monster Negate board. As you can see, this Monster Negate board is very strong. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Monster Negates. Including the Veilers, of course, because, like, why would you not include the Veilers? But also it has a Link summon Mirror Mage. Hmm. Interesting. So this is the Ice Barrier deck, huh? I haven't seen the Ice Barrier deck yet. I know what Ice Barrier does, but, like, you know... It's very interesting. Georges. Sorry, Georges. I am aware your effect is a hard one per turn. I am not a slow reader, unfortunately for you. Bro playing Water and Wind event, just kidding, but the deck doesn't work very well outside of the event. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Ice Barrier's a fun deck, but that's really all it is, a fun deck for fun. Link into your Almirage or your whatever. I assume it's Almirage since this has 1000 attack, 400 defense. Yes, that is an Almirage indeed. Now I shall use my Appaloosa. See, the interesting thing is, the fun thing is, that they cannot actually attack over Appaloosa because I have this friend and this little spell on my board. So, it's not like you can actually attack into it. They also have to go to the battle phase and attack into the Phantom because that's the way this works. It forces them to attack into it. You still enjoy playing Goatee? That is an interesting choice. I should not banish this. No, actually, I should banish it. It's totally, completely fine, I would assume. So, summon, activate, go into a link monster that's dark. It's probably just the Little Knight, isn't it? Little Knight, banish that. And you can't even attack into the SP Little Knight, SMH. You got stung by a bee? That is unfortunate. I am sorry. Hopefully your bee sting doesn't particularly hurt. It's always bad to get stung by a bee, but hey, you know what's not bad? Winning, which is what I'm doing. Non-stop winning, 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 winning. Simply winning because I am simply better than many, many, many other people at this game. You know? That's just how it is sometimes, though. That's just how it is. Unfortunately, this hand significantly loses to Maxi or Effect Veiler, so... You know what? Sure. That's fine. I'll just pass. Three hand traps is more than enough to prevent my opponent from playing the game. Now, I should probably not max C in the draw phase. I should probably max C as soon as anything is activated instead. Actually, yeah, I should probably just ash this. And then I shall chain max C. Presumably. Ah, a gamma. Interesting. That's a handful of hand traps. Indeed it is. Indeed it is. Fortunately for them, though, or rather unfortunately for them, I also have this little thing called Effect Veiler. They can, like, clearly link these off, but, you know. And I will Effect Veiler this Yubel. Spirit. And called by the grave, too. You know, I guess sometimes the opponent is simply the better player. Though, will they be able to convert? Judging by that Royal Red Nightmare paint, probably. Yeah, I just opened way too many hand traps. They had the counters for my counters, yes. That is how it tends to go sometimes. But I am still 2 from Platinum 2. So that means it's not that bad at all. Sometimes, you brick, it happens. Indeed, Burner, indeed. Sometimes it happens, but it shall simply be great. In this game, I simply won't brick. Oh, I didn't open any hand traps going second. I hope this is a deck that is relatively easy to defeat for me. Ah, Tea Elements. Okay. Yeah, Tea Elements are annoying. But hey, have you considered this thing? You're making kit close, I'd assume. Now, the thing about Tea Elements is, as long as they don't mill well, you know. And I simply will have the confidence to say they will not mill well at all. You hate bees? Fair enough. Mill 8. But 8 is more than enough. So they milled Squamata and they milled Hellshadol Hollow. So that's 1 additional mill and 1 mill from the deck. Interesting. And they milled Kashtira Ogre. Ah. That is an interesting deck they are playing. This seems slightly frustrating for them. But hey, at least I was right. They didn't mill anything. Rise Heart, what are you doing here? What on earth is this thing? Is this Kashtira Tea Elements? That is a very interesting deck. 32 with 16 in grave, 1 from extra, so... Yeah, this is certainly a deck. Presumably that's Special Summon Fenrir, which I do not like the sound of. Yeah, it is indeed Special Summon Fenrir. Well, I mean, at least I have this. That's all they have, it seems like. Yeah, unless they have a hand trap. In which case, it is also fine because I have this little thing called Called by the Grave. And also maybe Phantom of Yubel if that counts as well. But I just kill them here, honestly. It's a bit sad, but it's also very challenging to do. Dum 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 da 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 dum da dum da 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 dum da dum da 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 dum. So search beckoning beast, normal summon beckoning beast, search for the gates. When they use Fenrir, I shall phantom. Of course. So that means boop. Summon from deck spirit. Spirits at pain. Pain. Effect. Interesting choice. I shall use my Phantom of Yubel's effect. Now that Fenrir effect is a different effect, so I'll destroy from deck my Spirit of Yubel as well. And Spirit of Yubel sets Nightmare Pain. And summon Yubel. Activate. Summon Phantom. And that's just game. You know, proceed to the battle phase. That's the thing about these days. You cannot leave a card on board with 3000 defense against Yubel, or 3000 attack. Especially if you have very little interaction. Because then you're just going to die. You will just be murdered to death by Yubel. One more rank until Platinum 2. Not too long, not too difficult. Oh, interesting. But to be fair, my opponent also did kind of millbrick. If there's even a word for that, I guess. But like, yeah, they did just millbrick. Vela and Imperm, I see, I see. And another Telements deck. I will not respond to this. But it is simply Telements. Telements, Cash Terror, and Haveness. Yeah. So this one is a more pure Telements deck, it seems. There is the Kit Colors. And here is the Imperm. So I do not play into anything like triple tack. Of course. You know, I am simply the best. Ah yes, Revolution Synchron. I remember when this was a good card in Telements decks. Interesting choice though, going Ancient Fairy Dragon. Oh, you're just milling one too. Okay, that's fair enough. It seems Konami really likes to support versus decks recently. Interesting. What do you mean by versus decks exactly? Oh, Visa Samritara. Right, that is the card. That is where I shall affect Vela. Because, of course, it will simply be too much for you. This is why you hold your hand traps. Folks, this is why you hold your hand traps. Telements Scream is frustrating, but I'm sure I shall be just fine. Even if the trap card is something like Sulyak or something. So, in this case, what's the best card with 0 to activate? Probably Dark Beckoning Beast. Dark World versus Lightsworn. Oh right, yeah, Dark World. I thought for a second you were saying Dark Lord versus Lightsworn. But that is true. You never would have guessed to negate that Vsauce. I mean, clearly you have to negate the Vsauce. It searches Primeval Planet Pelarino, which is one of the best cards in the entire game, and is absolutely limited for a significant reason. Oh, this is almost certainly that. Mill 3. They milled Shiren and Mudora. That is slightly frustrating. They are probably going to go into... Oh, they're going into Rhino Heart, right? That makes sense. Collider Heart, I mean, you know. Well, at least this is only a activation thingy. So special and pop. And then after I search, I can do some other interesting things. Although, it will still make the Sulyak frustrating. I know they can Mudora now, which is also annoying, but... Oh wait, right, yeah. I can just turn their Mudora into an effect negation. With Phantom's effect. And it gets Spirit into the graveyard once again. No, the best card is Exodia, the Forbidden One. True, I guess. Meta Noise, Interesting choice. And you're going for roll close, of course. That makes sense. It's probably better to continue playing. They weren't quick enough with their Mudora? Yeah, it certainly seems like it. So... they have... Presumably, they will want to use their Mudora for an effect. So... There's also the Scream to worry about, though. Which is definitely frustrating. I think I'll at least do this. You realized I once made a ranking card in a pack hunt? And interesting. That's pretty cool. You're doing this significantly earlier than I assumed you would, though. Sure thing, you can do it. I really don't mind. In fact, I am very happy that you did it. So... does it say... It does say face up. That is slightly frustrating, but I can deal with it. And it was 1 year ago and you thought I was live streaming. Yeah, I've made some non-stream content before. It's pretty fun. I guess gruesome will be the one I want to activate first, so I can presumably bait out the roll colors if they decide to activate it. If they don't activate it, that's also mostly fine, though. So the best option here is... presumably this banish the roll colors. SP banish the roll colors. Activate, make Phantom of Yubel. And by Phantom of Yubel, I mean, like... Unchained Soul of Anguish. Effect to set from deck. Then I link away this, of course. I probably yeah, I link away this into Rage. No! I link away into Dark. And with Dark, I special summon back their Collider Heart to my side of the field. And you already know, that's the game. Seems like Telements is no longer the strongest. And I only have a bit left until I reach Diamond. Kaleido betrayed the mermaids to follow the dark fanboy. I guess that's fair. So I'm versing against someone who, if they lose, will lose the rank. Alright. This seems like it's about to get serious. It's time to get the most serious of all. Or something. The dum 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 da dum 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 dum. Vela Ash is good enough. At least I have Vela Ash to thank. Phalanx, banished to summon a Centurion Synchro. Alright, Trudea. Trudea is like the one that's the least... the most effective Effect Vela choice. You're waiting for a crossover Breaker's OCG box to do a draft duel with your niece? Oh, that's really cool. That's really cool to hear. Crossover Breakers is, from what I have heard, a really good set, so that makes sense. It also has a lot of really cool cards in it. In this case, it shall simply be Normal Sun, the Dark Beckoning Beast, Ash, of course, any maxis that come down, called by any Veilers, or, you know, and simply win the game. 1000 is definitely way too much. Not nearly enough to, like, have to worry about something like, you know. So search opening, of course. Opening for the other one. Normal Sun D-Lotus. And with D-Lotus on the field, you already know I am able to completely finish my combo. Spirit. Spirit Effect. Set from deck. Nightmare Pain. Nightmare Pain, of course. Pop. Search for this. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I make Phantom 4 before this, so or when I get Terra Incarnate, probably. Special pop the Yubel. Yubel, summon from deck, of course. A Terra Incarnate. Okay, that's a slightly incorrect idea, but it doesn't really matter. I'm supposed to put this in one of these zones. Like I said, it doesn't really matter. Because I go Yama. Yama activates Searching Shavara. And I just kill you. Yeah. I can see why you want to speed this up a little. I'm sorry. But my climb to the top can simply never be stopped. Because, well, you know me. I'm the greatest. I will keep it toggled off so I don't give away to the opponent that I have max C. So, Fenrir, interesting. Looks like it is a Kashtira deck. Interesting, interesting, interesting. This shall allow me to activate Max C! Ah yes, Ash Blossom. That is certainly something that can dampen Max C. Birth. They had Ash, yeah. It seems that way, certainly. Seems that way. I presume they are going to go into Arise Heart, which there is a card in this deck which is basically custom built to stop Arise Heart. Yeah, that's frustrating. Ah, and here comes down the Arise Heart pretty early. I was surprised they didn't use a Theosis. They did! Early. Way earlier. There he is, indeed. Kashtira Big Bang. That set is presumably Kashtira Big Bang. Hmm. Now the big question is, what exactly do I do here? I feel like Chaos Angel is probably a good choice. Yeah. Clearly, it's making Chaos Angel first. So, at this point, what am I likely not going to activate the effects of Terra Incarnate? Go on, you can attach if you wanna. So, activate to search. Gruesome. Normal summon Chaos Angel. So Chaos Angel effect activates as Chainlink 2. Arise Heart. I want to get rid of Arise Heart before it has the chance to actually banish anything face down, so... And also... It basically gets Arise Heart out of the game. And puts this back in the game. So 1, 2, 3. They'll simply get it back with birth. Non-XCs. NON colon hyphen XYZ. Unfortunately, they can't actually get it back from birth because of that simple fact. So now I have one less spirit and one less phantom. Is Arise limited? As far as I know, it should be at 1. I'm not totally certain though. No, it's apparently unlimited. Completely unlimited. I do not know why Arise Heart is unlimited. It should not be. Yeah. I don't think I can win this one, unfortunately. That should take me down one, but Cash Terror is frustrating. But hey, only 4 more wins until Tier 1, and then 4 wins to Diamond. That should be easy enough, don't you think, chat? Don't you think? Because I think it should be definitively easy enough. I love Piri Ray's map. It is a fantastic card that allows this deck to be much better than it is in like other scenarios. So search for D-Lotus, of course. I wonder what they're holding on to. Troll and Luckbird, huh? Well, I mean, I guess they might have an Ash Blossom, but I'd much rather not have them Troll and Luckbird me than, like, lose to something like that. Troll and Luckbird's, like, not, like, super bad against Yubel. But it's a lot worse against Yubel than you would imagine. If they have an Ash Blossom, they're likely going to use it here, probably. At least I would assume so. Yep, that is correct. Because apparently, they do not know how this card works. Anyways, I shall activate my hard-drawn opening of the Spirit Gates. Searching my Chaos Summoning Beast, and normal summon my Samsara D-Lotus, which I shall activate to summon from deck my Spirit of Yubel. Spirit, come out to the field. Okay. So set Nightmare Pain. Activate Nightmare Pain. Nightmare Pain effect. Pop Spirit. Search. I feel like searching Mature Chronicle is probably the correct decision here. Because Mature Chronicle is very cool, and Nightmare Pain being able to search anything is also very cool. So activate here. Activate to special summon. And this is where my Mature Chronicle begins to thrive. Excuse me, I'm interested in what exactly you're trying to activate. Is it Nibiru? If it's Nibiru here just, like, isn't good. It's just not very good. I have Mature Chronicle to revive a Yubel. Opening of the Spirit Gates to revive anything else. I guess I should probably do this first. Searching is totally completely fine, and it also allows me to go plus extra. Yeah. Laundry Dragon Maid is extra adorable, by the way. Like, incredibly adorable. Seriously. Right, yeah. Right. It is this and this, actually. Then go into the cross sheet from here. Use blah 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 blah. This is a lot of negates. Yeah, it seems like my opponent realized they were simply not going to succeed here. And just gave up. Which, totally fair enough. Completely and totally fair enough. Is that a fable, mate? Oh my goodness, that is an adorable mate. An incredibly adorable mate. Like, seriously, I love it. Super duper cute. Dum ba 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 dum ba. At least I opened an imperm. I'll save the imperm for the Snake Eye Oak or whatever you summon with this. Or presumably the Snake Eye Ash. Right, yes, I forgot. Link Rebo is still legal in Master Duel. Very easy to forget that little fact. Yes, you can activate it. And, uh-oh. I really hope my opponent doesn't have a Kieran. Impound on Ponix at least is decent enough. And they have a Kieran. But hey, on the bright side, at least it is Fire Kings as opposed to anything actually worrying. Yubel is... You open multiple Ponix. Interesting choice. As I was saying though, Yubel is... very, very good against decks like Fire King. Pop Avada, revive Ponix. What do you even do at this point? Like, I guess Promethean, sure. Promethean into Amber Whale, I guess. Though, I think even in Fire King's, Amber Whale isn't a very good thing. Like, seriously, this card is not very good. Especially if I draw into any card at all. Add back Ponix, sure. Well, it's definitely at the absolute least worse than, like, this. Ash Blossom. Interesting choice to use that here instead of the Avada. So I'll discard the Spirit, summon from deck, D-Lotus, which presumably will allow my opponent to destroy the D-Lotus. Which, like, of course, that is kind of the point as to why I did that. To bait that out. Doki. Oh, I guess Garunix also activates here, which is slightly annoying, but should be fine. They should pop my Mature Chronicle as opposed to my actual Dark Beckoning Beast, because they would assume that I would not actually activate any effect on the board. I believe they'll pop my Mature Chronicle at least. Oh well, that's slightly frustrating. You know, how does this deck out of Phantom of Yubel? Probably links into SP Little Knight, but also maybe that was a mistake. But hey, what's one loss? Just one loss is fine. They sure built a full board on my turn, which is insane. Yeah, Fire King can be kind of ridiculous sometimes. But there's no need to worry about it. I just probably should have impalmed earlier. Impalm on Papa instead of impalm on anything else. So let's save this until they actually decide to make some plays. Ah, so it's voiceless. It simply seems that it is a voiceless voice. I shall hope they plan to do the low thing where they ritual summon. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I might as well activate this early. They have the chance to activate the Cerevis, but they also have a Call by the Grave, apparently. Ah, so they simply opened perfectly. That is definitely something that's cool. Maybe I should put Bestials in. Like, Bestials would be very good against this deck and also pretty good against Yubel. Might you add a second prayers though? I'm curious. Shouldn't you have added the blessing? I guess they don't know how to play it perfectly. Cerevis. At least I guess this means they can't special summon it if they use it. Alright, this is currently negated by by Called by the Grave, so not a particularly good draw. I think I need to retool my side deck, maybe. Bestials seem like they would be very good. And by retool my side deck, I mean retool my hand traps. I have 3 Baldrake, 3 Sarnia, but it's at 1. No Magnemite and 1 Jewel's Worm. I suppose the best way to do this is not take out the Ash Blossoms. Maybe take out the Veilers. Yeah, the Veilers seem like a good choice. There's an Almirage. Another Ultra Rare. I have a couple of Ultra Rares in here. Not a Chaos Angel, not a 1-for-1 either. I only recently crafted those. Swallow's Cower. Yes, that's it. And then Barrier, which allows me to craft a Magnemite, which will allow me to continue and this time hopefully do better against more opponents. Since, well, Veiler is good and all, but it's also pretty weak against Voiceless. Anyways, as for what Voiceless does, it allows you, essentially, Voiceless is a deck that allows you to, you know, summon a non-targetable negate towers, and also summon it again after your opponent's gotten rid of it. I sure am out of UR dust. Yeah, that certainly seems to be the case. At least I have Imperm here. Hopefully they do not have the Birth, since I think Birth is at 1, but I'm not totally certain of that fact. Let me look at the related cards. They did not have Birth. Birth is at 3 still, though, which is annoying. No, it's at 3 too, yeah. That about makes sense. You are currently impermed. Another Cash Tyrant? Yes. I unfortunately had a couple of things that were not very good. This Cash Tyrant player seems to be playing Thrust, though. Thrust set Rhoda. Couldn't you Thrust set Big Bang or Thrust set Imperm? Like, I'm genuinely curious as to why you didn't do that. Ah. Pot of Desires. That makes sense. That is slightly frustrating, but also makes sense. Here's hoping they banished that Fenrir. Banish Theosis, sure. Oh, come on. You know, sometimes I hate this deck. At least I have Ash Blossom for this in my turn. And at least Mature Chronicle can add any face down back to hand, as opposed to any card. Okay, yeah, Ash Blossom goes here, which prevents my opponent from... They're gonna activate Maxi as well, huh? That's certainly a choice. At least I don't have anything too bad. I think I didn't banish the Mature Chronicle, yeah. So I go... I give them 3 draws, which should be fine. Search for this, start Beckoning Beast. Actually, no, wait, I just kill them, don't I? I forgot that this deck just kills so incredibly easily. It's very easy to forget that, but that is simply what this deck does. So, normal D Lotus. Lotus into Spirit. Spirit sets Mature Chronicle. Right, yeah. Spirit sets Nightmare Pain, which sets Mature Chronicle. Searches Mature Chronicle. Because Nightmare Pain can indeed search Mature Chronicle. What do they have? Oh yeah, they probably have the Cash Terror one. You don't see anyone play Chronicle, to be honest. Yeah, that's probably fair enough. It's kind of really good, though. So, activate Mature Chronicle. Discard to summon Spirit. And this should be game. Should be. Not definitely is. It's good, but kind of a situational card, and Eternal Favorite seems better. Unfortunately, Eternal Favorite is much worse, because this at least allows you to get a Yubel from your graveyard if you summon a Yubel, so it's just one additional extender. They have 4 cards in hand now. So Terra Incarnate Special. Interesting choice. You're gonna banish that instead? Really? So, Mature Chronicle will add the banished Yubel. And now it doesn't matter because I simply just kill them. With a little thing I like to call nightmare pain damage. Boop, boop, and boop. That is how you deal with Cash Terror, chat. That is how you deal with a maxi. Cash Terror is especially frustrating though because of the whole, you know, I shall banish your every card thing. That is very frustrating, let me tell you. Alright. Moving on. They couldn't get her ice hat out. Yes. Maxi in hand is good enough. It's weird they didn't set Big Bang. Yeah, it is a bit weird. Maybe they... No, they activated it before they banished. Maybe they aren't on Big Bang. That's a bit weird. Wakaushi. Uh-oh. Hold on a second. Why did you do that before I guess? Excuse me. Baby Mantis token. What is this deck? I guess I might as well use this, as long as they have no cards on the field. Please don't tell me they drew the Ash Blossom as well. In a 60 card deck. What are they doing? You meant some bot which was just a pile of random cards. I don't think this is a bot. I'm pretty sure your Fateful Adventures in the graveyard as well as your Griffin is here. Also, why did you place it in the pendulum zone? They can? No, they unfortunately cannot. Mainly because their Poplar is in the pendulum zone. The scale where the pendulum zone tends to be. Oh, they banished the Poplar from their hand? Their field? Interesting choice. Right. That makes sense. What are they doing, though? Four, 4-1. Are they making Trishula? Seems like they might make Trishula. But no, it's just a junk speeder deck. Bleh. Boring. Well, probably not that boring. Summon 4 junks. Summon 4 synchrons from deck. Blah blah blah. This... Stardust Dragon? Interesting choice. Wait, Snow's not at 1 here? This should not be legal. New starter start? Yeah. It's definitely new starter start, but also I am not entirely sure what this is trying to do. Ravenous Crop Dragon Arcathis. It's certainly interesting. But I'm not exactly certain what it's trying to do. Hyper Librarian, Trishula. That's probably the best hit. Oh, you drew the... You drew that in a 60-card deck, That seems maybe a little frustrating. Targeting Screw Serpent, huh? This seems pretty strong. I'm sure I'll be fine, though. Also, seriously. I don't like decks like this. That dude was up to something diabolical. Well, I did let him... No, I literally did not let him cook. I literally did not let them cook. I had one hand trap, they had a negation. Daily mission. Interesting choice in name. They almost had it? Yeah, it seems like. But not quite. Impound. Here we go. They were lucky with their mills too. I mean, they drew Ash Blossom in a 60-card deck. That'll happen sometimes, I guess. But I'd presume they were on more than just Ash Blossom. Draw Swarm is good. Draw Swarm is very good. If my opponent activates Effect Veiler, I am going to not cry, but be very slightly annoyed. Ah, that is not a Maxi. That is simply an Ash Blossom. I can cross out it, which means I can win! Win, 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 win. And I leveled up. Dum, dum, dum. Dum da 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 dum da da dum da da dum 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 da 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 dum. Alright, going second with an Ash Blossom. Here's hoping this time I do not get caught by the grave on my Ash Blossom. Okay. Search for Sanctuary, alright. Sanctuary into Island, Island Effect, and here is where the Ash Blossom shall go. Which is presumably pretty frustrating for this person, because that is basically Fire King's game plan. They're playing Fire King Tri-Brigade. I see. Can we see the Synchro deck, Rip Guy's deck after this? I mean, sure, if it'll get people to stop being so, you know, stop talking about it so much. The game's already finished and over. But, doesn't matter that much. Anyways. Not sure where this is going. Promethean Princess. Oh, you're just gonna go Promethean Princess into Amber Whale. I see. I see. I don't think that's very good. I probably should have taken a look at his deck earlier anyways. Please do not set a card. I won't be very happy if you set a card. I'll be sad, actually. Very sad. Oh, they set a card. I'm hoping that set card is nothing actually to worry about. But at least I have Phantom here. You'll get a Promethean already. I don't know if that's called by the grave, but I can't let you destroy my Phantom of Yubel. I will instead do this. Summon. That's presumably an imperm then. At least I have this. So I normal summon this effect. Imperm results in me activating my gates and discarding my Samsara D Lotus. Well, I guess that makes things easier. I mean, if they activate Imperm on Spirit, that makes the most sense. But since they're not, that's just game. Boop. Oh wait, if that's an Imperm, that's the wrong column to set it in. You know what? There's no darks in the grave, but there is the ability to go into this anyways, but... might as well. Ow. Ow. Sudden hurting in my tummy. I don't like sudden hurting in my tummy. Is that an imperm? It is actually an imperm, I see. So yes, it was the wrong thing to summon it in. But I mean, it's totally fine to just go link into this Yama. Yama searches. I special summon a bunch, and then I make Anguish into Rage. Or probably Anguish into SP is better. Hiya? Oh, thank you, Kai. Also, hi, Heiko. Welcome, welcome. I am doing quite well, thank you very much. So, SP... You finally caught up with the Hat in Time VODs? Oh, that's cool. Thank you for doing that. That's pretty fun. The Hat in Time VODs are pretty good, honestly. It's a great game. Probably just discard to revive. Is there a 1-star in there? No, there's a 2-star. the consequences of my own actions. How could they be so against me? I'm joking, obviously. But still. 1, 2, 3. Make an upper. And this is just fun. Set this, and it shall be the end, basically, after this turn, because my upper will negate whatever you have. Sure. Then the activation of Fire King Island is fine. Completely, totally fine. I shall negate your Garunix. Yeah, that makes sense. So, 2 more wins to Platinum Tier 1. 2 more wins. 2 more wins. What happened there for a second? For a second there, my thing looked like it was not working. And by thing, I mean my stream deck. Okay, I am going first. Good to know. Good to know. Haha. Called by and Dark Beckoning Beast. That's very useful. It's not quite a game, but it is quite good. Opening for... Of course, another Dark Beckoning Beast. Additional normal summon. Also, hi Heiko, Daniel Cortez official. Hi Heiko. Welcome, welcome. At least I can end on a rage summon. Something, you know? So... It's probably best to just discard Mature Chronicle. Unfortunately. Like, this is the worst of the cards. And it frustrates me. Which Mulchami is cooler? Out of all the Mulchamis, which would I say is cooler? I'm not actually certain. Both of them are pretty cool to a degree, but like... Interesting question. Cuter, not cooler, yes. I mean, obviously. Both of them are incredibly adorable. But which one is more adorable? I do not know. I really don't know. Now... Effect to set from deck. And now I have 4 non-engine and also my Unchained stuff. Which is a lot of non-engine. So there's a pot of... Also, this person seems like they have played a lot. Like, Look, there's a pot of greed meat and a goblin of greed avatar, which is great. I shall maxi here. If my opponent ashes, I shall respond with called by. And if my opponent delves, well, they're simply the better player. But it seems as if they are not. Probably. I think the cuter one, in my opinion, is Perulia. Because Perulia is incredibly adorable. This one is really funny. I'm simply better? True. So, I will add back Dark Beckoning Beast, and I will not activate the Yama, probably. Yeah, I will not activate the Yama. I will activate instead my chamber. Which means my rage still survives. That is a very interesting choice. I shall link your alpha away. Sorry. I have this little thing called SP Little Knight. And SP Little Knight is quite the friendly person. She is a ninja. By the way, canonically a ninja. So, let's get rid of the bit Thunderbird. No reason not to. End phase. Which means it is my turn. Now, you know what would be really funny? This. Nuff. And one more win. One more win. One more win. One more win. To Platinum Tier 1. I really love this. I really love this thing. Like, seriously. I really love this dolphin. White Aura Dolphin looks hilarious because it looks exactly like a PNG with bad stuff. Hopefully this is just an engine as opposed to an actual cash tier deck. It seems as if it is just an engine in a Snake Hide deck. I see. At least I opened a bunch of cards to play through things. Though, I mean, it's Snake Eye. What if Snake Eye was the engine? I think that'd be a bit silly. Placing Flamberge? Very interesting choice. Oh wait, right, yeah. Snake Eyes in this does not have Snake Eyes Diabellstar yet. It is very easy to forget that. Which is probably why they play Cash Tarot cards in their deck instead. Real bad PNG. Wait, are they doing double Flamberge? Interesting choice. I guess double flambage makes sense in a world where, like, you know... The fiendsmiths are not legal, and everything else is just fine. Make Promethean. Promethean, of course, revives. Flambage, presumably. Make Embler Whale? Interesting choice. I would have thought you would have made Celantis instead. Target IP, place IP. That is very early. Let's see. You can't Zelantis? I mean, obviously. I mean, Phoenix into Zelantis, not like Zelantis on its own. So the best option, presumably that set is a card that is good. Is it an imperm or is it something else? I'll save the crossout designator for it at least. Nightmare Throne first will be activated. Yes, select. I shall select Gruesome Grave Squirmer. And add Gruesome to hand, of course. Activate Opening. Opening for Beckoning. Beckoning, search. Okay, you know, they'll probably cash Terra Unicorn, target the Chaos Angel if they know what they're doing. But I just better hope they do not. So search. Yep. They can probably also target a phantom. Yama Wax. Yama is also very good. But it's less important for me. Actually, it is pretty important for me. So normal D-Lotus. That results in an IP. Presumably into SP. Please don't negate it. Please don't SP tag out. SP tagging out is the correct option, but I hope you do not. Nice. Now all I need to do is called by the princess. And that should be game. Let's see. Sorry for the backseating. That's okay. I do not mind. So discard, special summon. Actually, I think there is a way I could do something very interesting. So I make my own SP early, of course. Activate D-Lotus. Well, that's at least time for the cross out. Cross out the called by. And they have the SP if they wanna. I don't know if they wanna. Beth banishes all of them, so I don't think it should matter. Actually, yeah, it shouldn't matter as long as they just banish. Yeah. Set Nightmare Pain. With Nightmare Pain, I activate it. Pop Spirit. I tag out my SP with their SP, because that is a very interesting thing that this deck can do. And also a very cool thing. interesting choice. However, unfortunately, this is how this works. Oh, so you're conceding? I actually have a ball drake, by the way, so that means... Sorry, your Linkaribo won't whack. And that means I also have this, just in case you want to special summon another Link or anything like that. Sure, special your Flamberge out. I won't mind. You better special it in defense position, if you know what's good for you. But apparently you do not. I am sorry, but you are now dead. Rest in peace, my opponent. I knew them well, but actually I did not. They're just dead now. As you can see, there is this little thing called Terra Incarnate into Yubel, into Phantom, that simply wins the game. Boop. Boop. And boop. That is how you beat a Snake Eye deck that makes a full board. And that brings me to Platinum Tier 1. I think that's enough for today, though, because I had a lot of fun, did a lot of great stuff. It was fantastic, my play today. Like, look at that. Look at that. I beat a full Snake Eye board. Seriously. Anyways, regardless, I shall sign off now. I hope everyone's had a good evening, a good night, and I hope everyone will have a fantastic day. Now, bye-bye, everyone, and you can see me on Wednesday at 12 p.m. Australian Eastern, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Now, I'll see you next time, so bye-bye, Kerr. Bye-bye, Kerr.